Hello, Ash.
Hello.
So you're back from Japan,
Yes.
and we're doing a kind of series. And here's one of my blue houses, although it's like a grey colour blue. We're doing a series on deals, what went right, what went wrong, how we evaluate, and how we still managed to make it turn out right, even though things went wrong at the time.
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
In a nutshell. Yeah.
So where are we at the moment?
We're outside Bog Street.
Yeah.
In St Werburgh's.
Yeah, which is a really cute location, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's fairly close to the city centre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
Yeah.
Very chilled.
So I came walking on Sunday in down St Werburgh's, and there's a whole bunch of hippies live around here. There's lots of eco houses. I saw your friend Josh.
Did you?
Yeah, and there was a whole bunch of tents with some glitter balls. So it's that kind of vibe.
Very cool.
It's very Bristol.
Yes.
And what's happening in this area?
It's becoming more and more. Well, it's been popular for a while, for quite a while actually, and you've got a mixture of people who are kind of first-time buyers and second-time buyers. Most of the houses around here are old miners' cottages, so they're all 2-3 beds, but it all looks pretty good. Yeah,
Yes, it's
nice.
all very cute.
Yeah.
Cool. So tell me about this property.
So this one, we bought. I can't remember the date. I think it was 2014 or 2013, something like that. Bought for 150. Bought it off a local agent. At the time, it was a deceased estate.
Yeah.
Person who'd lived in it and not done anything to it for ever. Let's say.
I remember the drain pipe fed into the bath.
Yeah, it was. It was quite a sad one, really. Actually, someone was living in it. It's not great, but yes, we managed to pick it up from the agent, and we ended up paying 150 for it. The refurb. Now, originally we had planned to.
Yes, tell us about the first cock-up.
Yeah, so originally we had planned to do it as a multi-let,
Yes.
and then on closer inspection, after refurb had started, we found out it was in an Article 4 area.
To be fair, we planned to do it as a multi-let. This was quite early on. I had phoned the letting or the private landlord support team that kind of advises landlords in the council and said, can I do it as a multi-let? They'd said yes. But what we hadn't done was check the planning consultation website to show what area it was in. So to be fair, we'd asked the council, so we thought that was enough. But we were early, we were new, and then one of our neighbours reported us, which was great. The planning department came down like a ton of bricks and said you can't do it. And I was like, well, yes we can, because we've already talked to you guys in the council. And they went, no, you can't. So tip number 1.
Check.
And how do you check?
Go onto your local planning website, and then if you put in the normally if you put in the postcode and the address, there'll be a section where it's got constraints, I think.
Yes.
And under that, it'll tell you whether you're in Article 4 or not.
Cool.
And you might still be able to do it as a multi-let, but seek permission beforehand.
When I phoned up the planning department, they said not a cat's snowball's chance in hell. So we stopped. So you've got a deal report with you.
Deal
This
report.
was deal number
73.
73. Bless little cookie. And how much did we say it was worth?
218.
218.
218. Yeah.
How much after the refurb did we get it revalued for?
250.
And that was Rick's survey.
That was part of the remortgage. So that was worth 250 on that side of things.
Grand. So we were 32 grand under valuation.
Yeah, on that one, yes.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. And then yeah, that's based on it, just bricks and mortar. It's rented out now on an AST.
Yes.
Currently getting 1,150 a month, I think.
Grand.
Yes.
Grand. Which isn't bad.
It's not too bad, in an area like this where you've got capital growth. It's.
Tell me about the capital growth.
It was again remortgaged in 2016, early 2016, at 310.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fairly good uplift in value, I think.
So figures bought for 150.
Yeah.
What was the refurb?
40.
40. Revalued at 250 within 6 months Rick's valuation.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years later revalued at
310.
It's not bad. So the first mistake was
the Article 4.
the
check.
Article 4. Yeah, check with the right department. And then I think in the car I was talking about how I'd made another mistake. Do you remember?
Possibly. What we say?
Oh, right. Okay. So over here
Yes,
is
of course.
another house. Shall I come in? Do you want to left.
Carry on.
Okay.
I'll tell the story. So basically, in the process of Susanna buying this property here, she noticed that a few doors down the road on the other side, there was a property that looked a bit ropey.
The gas people
I think the gas people were breaking in
Yeah.
for an unpaid bill or something like that. So,
Yeah.
however, Susanna was a little bit too polite to go knock on the door to see if she could get a property and potentially help that person out. But there you go. I think it is now since being done up. And,
Yes, it was.
yeah,
It was
so
done
there
up
we go.
6 months later.
Yeah.
Someone was not too polite.
But
So we could have bought something for maybe 150 again, and had it revalued a couple of years later for 310. But I was too polite.
Yeah. Never mind. It's all right.
So what we want to do here is show you guys some deals. Could you show how you evaluate the valuation on the deal?
Yeah, I can show you briefly.
It's our deal report.
So this is a deal report. So front page with headline figures, if you like. Second page with a bit of detail about lettings normally, and quite often a bit about property condition.
Yeah.
Just kind of possibly what might need doing and things like that. Bit about local area, which is quite important.
Yep.
And then location where it is in terms of the city.
Yeah.
And then some valuations from estate agents.
Yeah.
So we'll call people up and ask them what they think it'd be worth. A 2-bed house in St Werburgh's, done up, fairly good condition. What they think it'd be worth. Get a range. And then we put.
And when we did this, we don't take investors on anymore, but we always gave the estate agent name, the brand name, the branch name, and their phone number, so they could double check, couldn't they?
Yeah, that's right. And then put in some sold prices.
So these were properties that sold very close by.
Yeah, nearby, all within like quarter mile, half mile, something like that. And then we put in some Rightmove comparable listings just to see what else is there.
Yep.
What's on the market or being sold recently.
Yeah.
And then quite often we'll put in some rental ones as well. Yeah.
Cool.
Which is good. And then just a back page with just a breakdown.
Yeah. And that kind of gave all our investors real openness, didn't it?
Yes, that's right.
They could see kind of like 4 or 5 estate agent numbers, anything up to 20 solds, anything up to 20 on the market.
We just try and put in as much information as we can, really, just to give you an idea. What's available, what's sold, that kind of thing, and as to what to expect, when you come to the other side of the project when it's done.
So I guess it shows you can still make 2 cock-ups and still come out well the other side.
I think one of the cock-ups, it doesn't count for this one.
Counts overall.
It's fine. But certainly check about Article 4, because I think the boundaries change regularly and stuff like that. So it's always worth checking just to be on the safe side.
Thank you.
Very welcome.